You're welcome back to the Sports Diva YouTube channel, and thank you so much, guys, for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing and commenting. Now, this one is especially for my punters. I call it the Youth Empowerment Scheme, or you can actually call it the Confidential Barometer. Anyone way you want to call it, go ahead and call it. But I told my punters I was coming with something big and better. And like I said, last Saturday, a lot of us cashed out, and the Premier League is advancing to week match day 17 for some teams, match day 18 for some teams, match day 19 for some teams. But we're just going to talk about it, just pick a few games, and then I'm going to drop my prediction for the games over the weekend. But firstly, I'm going to be starting with the game happening tomorrow. It's a London derby. Fulham up against Chelsea at the Craven Cottage. Chelsea have been in a poor run of form. It's not something that anybody wants to negotiate right now. Why the Londoners, Fulham, they're enjoying, probably a very good season in the Premier League. So they are looking forward to this game against Chelsea. Why a lot of Chelsea fans are looking forward to maybe if Graham Potter might just have a solution to Chelsea woes. So I'm actually predicting this, over 1.5, over 1.5, because I strongly believe Chelsea will score. So my first pick over 1.5, Fulham up against Chelsea tomorrow. And fast forward to Saturday, where we have mind-blowing games. And I'm going to kickstart with Liverpool up against Brighton and Hove Albion. That game, it's a game that on paper a lot of persons are expecting Liverpool to win, but Brighton have not been anything less than bringing wonderful results to the table. So for that particular game, Liverpool up against Brighton and Hove Albion, I'm gonna give it also over 1.5, because I don't want to go for a straight win for Liverpool, because we've seen in situations whereby Liverpool have disappointed. So Brighton might just bring up a shocker for Liverpool. So over 1.5, meaning we're expecting 2 goals, at least 2 goals from that game. Once we have 2 goals, yeah, we're definitely cashing out. The next game should be the Manchester Derby, one of the biggest for the weekend. Manchester United at Old Trafford up against Manchester City. And what a start for Manchester United. They won their Carabao Cup game yesterday against, they won their Carabao Cup game against, what's the name of this team again? Against Charlton Athletic. 3-0. That's not just it for me. Marcus Rashford has been on fire. He has scored 8 straight goals at Old Trafford. I'm not just about Manchester United winning games and scoring goals. No, Manchester United are keeping clean sheets. And that is it for me. Well, you can actually say for Manchester City, it's been a good week for Manchester City. They played Chelsea, they won by 1 goal to nothing, and then they played Chelsea again in the FA Cup. They won by 4 goals to nothing. So I think these two teams right now are coming on the back of tremendous results. Manchester United, Manchester City. But at this point, Manchester City might just be going for that, particular result, because the win for Manchester City against Manchester United on Saturday means they're just 2 points within touching distance of first place Arsenal. While for Manchester United, a win for them means that they are within touching distance of Manchester City in second place. So for that particular game, will Manchester United score? Yes, because Marcus Rashford is on fire. Yeah, he's on fire. Will Manchester City score? Yes. So I'm going to pick that game. That should be my first over 2.5 for the weekend. Manchester United up against Manchester City should be my first over 2.5 for the weekend. Still talking about Premier League matches. Fast forward to Sunday, where we have the London Derby. In fact, the North London Derby. So let me be specific. The North London Derby, the biggest derby of all. Like when you talk about derby in England, it is the North London Derby. The rival is nothing to be compared to. Arsenal, table toppers, going up against Antonio Conte's Tottenham Hotspur. The reverse feature, saw Arsenal get the better of Tottenham Hotspur at the Emirates Stadium. This time around, it is Tottenham hosting Arsenal, and Arsenal are coming on the back of a 3-0 win over Oxford in the FA Cup. Tottenham Hotspur also, doing well in the FA Cup. 1-0 win, Harry Kane scoring that goal. So, when you look at the last game, win for Arsenal, win for Tottenham Hotspur. So for that game is a game that produces a lot of goals on a very good day, but also produces a lot of yellow cards. Yeah, a lot of yellow cards for that game. So we're gonna do something different with regards to Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. I'm gonna go for that game over 1.5. Yes, I'm gonna go for that game over 1.5. Also, I'm gonna go for corner in the first 20 minutes. Yes, the first corner in the first 20 minutes, regardless of who plays, be it Arsenal, be it Tottenham Hotspur. But we're gonna have a corner in the first 20 minutes and over 1.5. So whichever you want to play, go ahead and play. And again, we also have another London Derby, and it involves the team in 10th currently, because I don't know what will happen tomorrow when they play Fulham, and that is Chelsea up against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, the last time out in the league, it was nothing to write home about. Chelsea, the last time out in the league, we all know what happened against Manchester City. And Chelsea right now in the FA Cup. We also know what happened to Chelsea in the FA Cup against Manchester City. A London derby. It means Chelsea will be playing back-to-back London derbies. They play tomorrow against Fulham, and also they play again against Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace on Sunday. And that particular game, Chelsea have not been scoring. I won't lie. Chelsea have not been scoring. Crystal Palace have not been having it easy, even in their own part. So I think I'll just go for over 0.5, meaning we're expecting at least one goal in that game, because I'm looking at that game being very, very tough. But on a very good day, it can produce plenty goals. But let's not take the risk right now. As much as we're taking risks, but let's not take plenty risks because of the form of Chelsea and the form of Crystal Palace. So over 1.5, over 0.5 for that particular game. Chelsea up against Crystal Palace, meaning we're expecting at least one goal. Now let's go straight to the Italian Serie A, where AC Milan will be away to Lecce. AC Milan, 8 wins out of 10 in the Italian Serie A, the Scudetto. They are doing so well in the league. Lecce, few times they've played AC Milan, they've gotten wins just few times out of 17 games. But let me tell you one, remarkable thing about Lecce this season. For all the games they've played, I think their last 10, 11, 12 games in the Italian Serie A, it has been under 3.5, yes, under 3.5, meaning not more than 4 goals. Not more than 4 goals. For AC Milan, 3-0, also under 3.5. But to be on the safer side, okay, we're going to go for that particular game. AC Milan up against Lecce under 4.5, meaning 5 goals. We're not expecting more than 5 goals in that game. We are not expecting more than 5 goals in that game. AC Milan up against Lecce on the 4.5. And quickly to the French Ligue 1, where we're having PSG up against Rouen. Yeah, PSG up against Rouen. It's another game that we're looking forward to. And you might want to give it straight up to PSG. But remember, PSG have actually been shocked in the the French Ligue 1. Yeah, they've been shocked in the French Ligue 1. So we're going to trade carefully right here. PSG over 1.5 up against Rouen, meaning we're expecting 2 goals. Whether PSG scores the 2 goals or, 1 goal apiece, as long as we get 2 goals, we are good to go. So I'm going to run it down again so that, you understand quickly. I started with Chelsea up against Fulham tomorrow, and I'm saying Chelsea up against Fulham tomorrow over 1.5, meaning we're expecting 2 goals from that game. Now, fast forward to Saturday, Brighton up against Liverpool, also over 1.5. Brighton up against Liverpool. And next up is the Manchester derby, and that was my first over 2.5 for the weekend because of the form of Manchester United and also Manchester City. And Marcus Rashford is on fire. Straight up to Sunday, where we have the London derby, and I said over 1.5, and again corner in the first 20 minutes, 1 corner in the first 20 minutes. And also Crystal Palace up against Chelsea over 0.5, putting the form of Chelsea and Crystal Palace into consideration. And straight up to the Italian Serie A, AC Milan up against Lecce, and I said on the 4.5, and to the Spanish La Liga, yeah, Atletico Madrid. Let's talk about Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, we were playing a game on Sunday. Atletico Madrid over 0.5. Yes, over 0.5. They lost the last time out to Barcelona, so I don't think Diego Simeone will want to lose again. So over 0.5. Let's not rule out the Spanish La Liga, and let's just bring Atletico Madrid into the fold. And before I wrap it up, PSG up against Rouen in the French Ligue 1 over 1.5. PSG Rouen over 1.5, meaning we're expecting 2 goals. So all you need to do is just bet wisely and make sure you don't stake your money that you can't afford to lose. You understand the rule? Yeah. So don't put your house rent, don't put your car money there. You can actually just bet something that okay, if I cash out, I cash out big. Like we always say, bet wisely. Thank you very much. Please do well to share, to like, to comment, and also subscribe. I'll see you next time.